32 people killed on Mogadishu beach in Somalia. An Al-Shabaab suicide bomber and gunmen attacked a busy beach in the Somalia capital Mogadishu, killing at least 32 people and wounding scores more, police said on Saturday, is one of the deadliest strikes in the East Africa country in months. The Al-Qaeda-linked jihadists have been waging an insurgency against the internationally backed federal government for more than 17 years and have previously targeted the Lido Beach area, popular with business people and officials. Unverified videos shared online in the immediate aftermath of the attack late Friday showed people scattering along a street, with a number of clips supporting showing bloodied bodies laying on the beachfront. More than 32 civilians died in this attack and about 63 others were wounded, some of them critically. Police spokesperson Abdifatah Adan Hassan told reporters during a press conference. Targeting and blasting to kill 32 members from the civilian population means these Khadijites are not going to target only government centers, soldiers and officials, he said, using the term Somali officials adopt to describe Al-Shabaab. The assault, for which Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility in a post on a pro-Shabaab website, began when a suicide bomber detonated device and gunmen stormed the area. Officer Mohammed Omar told AFP members of the group had shot civilians randomly. He said security forces had ended the attack and killed 5 gunmen, while a 6th member of the group blew himself up at the beach. Witnesses said there were many people at the popular location when the explosion occurred, describing how gunmen then stormed the area. Immense devastation. Hao Mohammed, who lives near the scene, said at least 7 people he knew had died in the attack. The devastation is immense and there is blood and severe pieces of human flesh thrown in the scene, he told AFP. Witness Abdilatif Ali was at the beach when the attackers struck and described the chaos and fear that unfolded late at night. Everybody was panicked and it was hard to know what was happening because shooting started soon after the blast, he told AFP. I saw many people strewn on the ground and some of them were dead and others wounded, he said. Ahmed Yari witnessed it unfold from a nearby hotel. I saw wounded people at the beachside. People were screaming in panic and it was hard to notice who was dead and who was still alive, he told AFP. Hospitals appealed for blood donations following the influx of wounded, local media reported. Abdul Khalik Osman, head of the health section on the Kalkal hospital, told the reporters that they had received scores of injured people. 11 of them were transferred to the operations unit for critical injuries, and those with light injuries were sent home after receiving the necessary medical assistance, he said. Lido Beach. Musa Faki Mahamat, chairman of the African Union Commission, expressed condolences for the victims in the tweet, labeling the incident horrific and callous. Al-Shabaab has claimed responsibility for numerous bombings and attacks in Mogadishu and other parts of the country, whose government is pressing on with an offensive against the Islamist militants. The Lido area has been the target of previous attacks, including a 6-hour Al-Shabaab siege of a beachside hotel in 2023, which left 6 civilians dead and 10 wounded. 5 people were killed in a powerful car bomb blast at a safe in the capital last month. In March, the militants killed 3 people and wounded 27 in an hour-long siege of another Mogadishu hotel, breaking a relative lull in the fighting. Meanwhile, Madagascar farmer 53 can sleep on his back for the first time in 15 years after South African doctor removes large tumor. A father of 3 from Madagascar can sleep comfortably on his back for the first time in 15 years after having a large tumor removed by surgical charity Mercy ships. The tumor weighed 5 kgs. Fidiso, a builder and rice farmer, was 38 years old when what looked to be a small pimple on his back began to expand, first into a lump, then into the size of a fist. It continued to grow until he appeared to be carrying a bag beneath his shirt. Fidiso struggled to do the high amount of manual labor required for his job by the age of 53, and lying on his back was unpleasant for him. Despite his best efforts to get the tumor removed, he used his life savings to pay for 3 surgeries at hospitals in his own country in 2015, 2018, and 2021, and the tumor simply grew back. The first tumor was 600,000 Ariari, about 2,472 Rand, since the tumor was comparatively smaller then. The second surgery was 1,300,000 Iriari, around 5,311 Rand, and the third surgery was 5 million Iriari, about 22,893 Rand. The first and second surgery were paid for using all the money I had worked and saved over the years, he said. Following that, in order to pay for his third operation in 2021, Fidiso took on a new contract abroad to save the remaining funds, which he spent entirely on therapy. Fidiso, a family man with 3 children aged 5, 22, and 25, felt compelled to continue working hard in the fields and providing for his loved ones, despite the fact that he was in bodily agony and struggling to stay active. Hope finally arrived in the shape of a news announcement stating the worldwide organization Mercy Ships was offering 3 operations for conditions. Dr. Tertius Venter, a volunteer reconstructive plastic surgeon from South Africa, was part of the team who operated on Fidiso in a back hibernoma excision. He stated that the benign tumor, a delicate labular fibroma, was now gone for good. Previous procedures resulted in recurrence because of not all aberrant tissue was removed. In this case, we spent quite a lot of time because abnormal tissue also infiltrated into his muscles, so we had to go thoroughly and find every bit and remove it as far as we could. We have removed it completely now, said Dr. Venter. Hope finally arrived in the shape of a news announcement stating the worldwide organization Mercy Ships was offering 3 operations for conditions. Dr. Tertius Venter, a volunteer reconstructive plastic surgeon from South Africa, was part of the team who operated on Fidiso in a back hibernoma excision. He stated that the benign tumor, a delicate labular fibroma, was now gone for good. Previous procedures resulted in recurrence because of not all aberrant tissue was removed. In this case, we spent quite a lot of time because abnormal tissue also infiltrated into his muscles, so we had to go thoroughly and find every bit and remove it as far as we could. We have removed it completely now, said Dr. Venter. And that's it from Injibs Africa. Stay tuned to USA news and political updates.